So hiring, I mean, traditional talent acquisition, it's one of the most stressful and critical decisions for everyone involved.
For both sides, absolutely. For individuals and for businesses, it's just stubbornly inefficient.
And it is so expensive. We have sources that show the cost to fill a competitive role can hit something like $28,000.
And that's a staggering figure. It really sets the stage for why this is all changing so fast.
It really does. Because that's an investment that can define a career. It can drive huge business outcomes. But the process has just been stuck.
And when you say cost, it's not just the recruiter's time.
Yeah.
You have to factor in the opportunity cost of that empty seat, the onboarding expenses, and the very real cost of a bad hire.
Exactly. So this week, we're doing a deep dive into what's being called the automated arms race that's completely reshaping this entire industry.
It's the perfect term for it.
Okay, let's unpack this. We're seeing artificial intelligence being adopted, sometimes quietly, sometimes not so quietly, on both sides of the hiring equation.
Right. And this isn't just about making things a little faster.
No, it's becoming a real competitive edge for job seekers and for the companies trying to hire them.
To your point about how fast this is moving, that anecdote you found was perfect.
Oh, the Reddit story. Right. So a user on Reddit built an AI agent that automatically applied to 1,000 jobs.
1,000.
And there was 50 interviews. The post just blew up. And the GitHub project for the AI itself got, something like 27,000 stars almost overnight?
And that moment, I think, really signaled that the old way of doing things, that tedious manual grind, it's effectively over.
Yeah.
We're watching AI expand its influence across every single part of the hiring process.
Yes.
From, just finding the job to the final evaluation. It's a complete overhaul.
For years, the whole job search was just this frustrating grind. You'd be sifting through job boards, seeing the same listings over and over again.
And just tweaking your resume, hoping to get past the first filter.
Yes. The applicant tracking system, the ATS, the focus for job seekers was purely defensive.
It was all about, does my resume have the right keywords? Did I use the right noun in the right place? If not, you were just gone, instantly filtered out.
Right. But now, AI has turned this whole thing into a proactive, almost aggressive game. The goal isn't to survive anymore.
No, it's to automate and to dominate.
And we're seeing tools like Kikrame, Teal, JobJote AI. They're moving way beyond just giving you a nice template.
Oh, way beyond.
This is where it gets really interesting. They can analyze a specific job description, look at your profile, and then pinpoint the exact skills or keywords you're missing.
And then they suggest the language to fix it. Instantly. It's not just matching keywords anymore. It's analyzing the intent of the job description.
What do you mean by intent?
Well, if a job asks for strong communication skills, the AI can suggest you highlight a project where you, say, had to mediate a tough disagreement. It pulls relevant experience out of your history that you might not have even thought of framing that way.
And it does all that in seconds, which, also means that custom cover letters are kind of fading in relevance because the systems are just relying on the AI-enhanced profile data.
Right. But the real leap is moving away from those job boards altogether.
We're seeing the rise of the AI co-pilot. Why search manually when an agent can do it for you?
This is where the precision really helps the candidate. Tools like simplify.jobs or careerflow.ai. They let you build one detailed profile, and then the system just goes to work.
Analyzing hundreds of jobs at once.
And not just finding them. It generates tailored responses to those initial screening questions, like, why are you a good fit for this role?
So it standardizes that first step.
Exactly. It helps candidates get past those very sophisticated ATS filters that, frankly, are designed to screen out almost everyone. This is a survival tool now.
And then you have the extreme end of this, the full autopilot systems.
You're talking about things like AutoJob or Sonara.
Yeah, AI apply, Jobo.
Yeah.
They are just mass applying to hundreds of jobs every single day, continuously scanning and optimizing everything.
Think about what that means. Volume and precision used to be a trade-off. Now they're not.
You can send out 100 hyper-tailored applications in an afternoon.
Which brings up a really important question, and it's really the heart of the other side of this deep dive.
Right.
If candidates are automating application volume with such high precision, what on earth are recruiters supposed to do to maintain quality control?
That's the perfect transition. We're now at the other side of this arms race, the AI-driven recruiter. For so long, recruiters were stuck with these, really clumsy filters on platforms like LinkedIn.
The pain point was immense. You'd search for, say, a senior front-end engineer, and you'd get just a flood of irrelevant profiles.
Keyword soup.
Exactly. Recruiters were drowning. They needed tools that could understand context, not just keywords.
And our sources show that's where platforms like Juicebox and Sarah are really making a difference. Recruiters are no longer stuck with those old, rigid search strings.
That's right. Now it's about natural language. A
Hmm.
recruiter can literally just type what they're thinking.
Give me an example.
Okay, so instead of a complex code-like search, they can type, find me senior engineers with experience in search infrastructure at top high-growth B2B SaaS companies.
That is incredibly specific.
It is. And the AI understands the context, the intent, all the unspoken qualifications. It can surface a great candidate who doesn't even have the exact job title, but their work history is a perfect match.
And what's really critical here is that these tools plug into their existing applicant tracking systems, right? Like Greenhouse.
Yes, which means they can go back and find qualified people who already applied but were missed by the old keyword filters.
So it's not just about finding new people, it's about maximizing the value of the applications they already have.
Precisely.
And then once the candidates are found, screening is also automating at scale. Things like HarrowHunt, Eva, Humanly, they're automating that initial review and shortlisting.
The goal here is efficiency, but it's also about trying to achieve some level of objectivity.
Removing that human variability.
Right. You have platforms like Vora or Wayfaster. They can automate the initial phone screen or a quick video assessment. You get consistent, measurable data without the subjective bias that can creep into a 5-minute human chat.
And this is happening fast. We saw data that Mercor, which focuses on tech roles, has already processed over 300,000 candidates with what they call live interview vetting.
That's a key phrase.
It is. So what does that mean? Is a human listening in, or is it all AI?
It's a mix, but the trend is toward more and more automation in the scoring. In a fully AI-vetted system, the AI asks the questions, it scores the content of the answers, it even analyzes fluency and confidence.
So a recruiter gets a data set they can review in 5 minutes instead of spending an hour on the phone?
That's the idea.
Eh.
And the adoption numbers are huge. A survey from IBM in late 2023 found 42% of companies were already using AI for screening.
42%. That's a massive number.
It is. But it's important to note, our sources also show there have been cases where these early AI models they've made mistakes. They've filtered out top talent because their background didn't perfectly match the training data of past successful hires. So the speed is there, but the accuracy is still a work in progress.
And now we're seeing the next wave, which is it's AI as the interviewer itself.
Autonomous AI interviewers. Platforms like Apriora are building them to not only conduct the interview, but to analyze responses with a precision a human might miss.
And they're including things like cheat detection.
Yes, to maintain integrity. And it's moving beyond just behavioral questions. A tool like NextBite is all about skills-based evaluations. It's about what you can do, not just what you say you can do.
And Lightscreen even simulates real-world problem solving.
Which is a huge shift away from rehearsed answers toward demonstrating real competence.
This brings us right into the ethical gray zone, the dual-use nature of all this technology.
It does.
Let's go back to the candidate's perspective. There are prep tools, right? Udly, Huru. They help you practice and sound better. That seems fine, like good coaching.
Sure.
But the tech is now pushing into territory that, well, it feels different. It creates an advantage some would definitely call unfair.
You're talking about real-time assistance.
Exactly. Tools like Final Round AI or Sensei, they're basically AI co-pilots that operate during a live video interview.
So they listen to the interviewer's question in real time.
And they flash suggested answers or talking points onto the candidate's screen.
Wow. So the human interviewer thinks they're assessing someone's spontaneous thinking.
But they're actually watching someone perform a reading comprehension test with an invisible script.
That really raises serious questions about authenticity. That is the automated arms race in a nutshell. One side automates the assessment, the other automates the response.
Absolutely. And with all this automation, the very foundation of the job search is starting to shift. I mean, we're rethinking the resume itself.
The static document is dying. It just can't keep up.
The future seems to be these dynamic digital profiles. They're enriched with ongoing feedback, project milestones.
And they're interactive. You could imagine a hiring manager literally conversing with a candidate's digital CV or an avatar to get instant answers about their experience without even needing a phone call.
It's a powerful idea. And looking at the bigger picture, the societal implications, There are some really fascinating contradictions here.
There really are. Let's look at a couple of those bonus observations from the sources.
Okay.
So on one hand, you have that viral story of the person who faked their resume, used AI prep tools to ace the interviews, and tripled their salary to $230,000.
And is now apparently thriving in the role. For them, AI was a career accelerator. It helped them bypass all the traditional gatekeepers.
Right, but then you contrast that with this other survey finding. It's pretty staggering. 37% of employers said they would rather hire AI over recent Gen Z graduates.
37%, that's a huge number. And they cited concerns about reliability and job readiness.
So what does that tension tell us? Is it a genuine skill gap? Or is it maybe AI-driven bias influencing decisions in the boardroom?
It's probably a bit of both.
I think so. But the big takeaway is that AI isn't just changing how we hire. It's fundamentally redefining who gets hired. It's a societal shift where algorithms are making these incredibly critical decisions about people's lives and careers.
So whether you're on the hiring side or the one being hired, you have to understand how these AI mechanisms work now. It's not optional anymore.
The whole process is becoming this highly automated, personalized, and yeah, sometimes ethically ambiguous arms race.
All that tedious manual work is being replaced by automated precision.
Which leaves us with a really provocative thought for you to think about as you navigate this new world.
Go on.
Well, if AI is automating the screening process to try and standardize things and reduce human bias, but at the same time, candidates are using AI to generate and tailor their applications with just as much sophistication. Is the system really moving toward a genuine assessment of skill? Or are we just watching two very sophisticated algorithms negotiate the terms of employment with each other?